8 things every dad should teach his son. We usually think that moms play the most important role in a child's life. However, there are things that a father will certainly do better, especially when it comes to a son. Let's see. First, the boy comes under the supervision of kindergarten teachers, and then he goes to school, where women constitute 90% of teachers. He is always in the company of women, and he often lacks male education. You should know that there are 8 things that only a father can give his child. The last lesson, number 8, is the most valuable on this list as it helps kids learn how to stay happy no matter what happens. 1. Explain how important it is to know how to win and how to lose. Apart from friends, who is the best companion for a child in various competitions and games? Dad, of course. This is good training for masculine qualities. Through these games, the child will feel the taste of victory and realize how much effort it takes to reach it. And for the father, such games will be an excellent opportunity to explain to his son that defeats are unavoidable. If you fall, you just have to rise and keep on going, and there's nothing shameful in a failure. 2. Teach him the right attitude toward women. A mother can also tell her son how to treat a woman, but only the father can show all this through his example. It'll be great if his son learns from him all sorts of important things about women. Not from friends, not from the internet, but from his dad. Take your child with you to buy flowers for mom. Go to the store together and talk politely to the cashier so that your child doesn't hesitate to communicate with unfamiliar women. That's it. 3. Have a man-to-man conversation about love. This point follows on from the preceding. Let your son learn all about this all-powerful feeling from masculine heart-to-heart conversations when the time comes. For a teenager, it will be a valuable gift if his father tells him about his first love and first dates, and that he shouldn't hurry because it's better to wait for the right girl who will create a spark in his soul. Such conversations will be extremely useful for mutual trust. 4. Teach him how to fight back. A father is the only one who can properly teach his son to be strong and firm, to stand up for himself and what is right. He can train him to detect when it's worth roaring so that the offender won't get near him, and when it's more reasonable not to pay attention to provocations and calmly leave. He should explain to his son and show by his example that kindness is not a weakness. 5. Enrich the child's experience with new sensations. Everything starts when he's still a baby. Even as a 6-month-old, he can feel the difference between female and male manifestations of love. Unlike mothers with stroking and caresses, fathers prefer active games with a masculine character, such as tossing or spinning. Moms usually look at all this with quiet horror, but the child receives an abundance of visual, auditory, and tactile sensations and a new experience about their spatial location. 6. Teach him male tricks. There are such things men do that look like magic to most women. For example, starting a fire, hammering nails, repairing a car. Even if your child is 100% urban, there's no doubt that the ability to start a fire will come in handy for him in the future, at least for lighting a grill. In any company, the skills described above will add 100 points to your son's reputation. 7. Help him to master domestic duties. Of course, this is about tying a tie, shaving, and ironing his shirts. Although now your son can find the answers to any question on the internet, it'll be much better if he learns this from his father. And yes, it's the father and no one else who can show his son that men can also cook. Well, at least in order not to die of hunger. 8. Help him find his own view of the world. You don't even need to do anything special. Just be there from time to time and talk to him. Your child needs to understand that there's not only the mom with her requirements and expectations, but also another person with a different approach. Of course, when it comes to upbringing, parents should be on the same side. But regarding views of the world, their philosophies can be very different, and this is normal. With the father's help, the child will see that there are several points of view on the same things. He will learn to analyze and form his view of things. And what did your father teach you? What is the most important lesson he has taught you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.